Welcome back. It's been some time since we gave you a progress report on the restoration of Tilly, my 1928 Chevrolet Ute. Main reason for that is you can't do two projects at a time, and I devoted my energies to finishing off and doing the first test flights of the Sparrow. But we're back onto Tilly, and a good friend of mine, Mark Young, also has a bit of spare time at his disposal. He's a very handy guy, and he's able to carry out whatever jobs are needed on a restoration such as this. And Tilly is moving along apace. Now, for those of you who remember, Tilly is a 1928 Chevrolet, and she's one of the oldest continuously registered cars in Queensland. In fact, as far as we can ascertain, she's been registered continuously since 1930. I got hold of her about 5 years ago in the form that you see her here. And while she was 100% intact and eminently drivable and quite safe on the road, she was suffering rot and degradation of the timberwork in her body to the extent where it became absolutely essential to pull her off the road and to restore her. Now, I was reluctant to do that because, as I said, she's extremely original. But we've endeavoured to keep her as original as possible. In fact, all of the original parts have been used, with the exception of a set of head gaskets, and with some of the tie rod end centres, a couple of panels down the side of the body, which remarkably you can buy off the shelf for 1928 model cars from a couple of sources in Australia. She's essentially a very original 1928 Chev. In fact, to the extent where the shrouding behind the radiator, which is really quite complex, there's a couple of pieces of it there, is original, and not many 28 Chevs have that. I couldn't find an original light alloy radiator shell to fit to her, so I borrowed a very good one and took a fiberglass mould off it and made a fiberglass radiator shell, which I've painted black. And really, even from the inside of the car, it's impossible to detect that that is actually a fiberglass component. So that wasn't at all difficult to do. The engine has been totally and fully reconditioned back to new condition. And just to give you an idea of how good it is, I'll just reach in here for the solenoid and start it. And there's an idea of how she runs. Now that's idle. And as you can see the rocker arms going up and down here. I would estimate she's idling at the moment at probably about 250 to 300 revs per minute. Now, one of the other non-standard items we put in Tilly was we found that it was possible to fit a Holden Commodore clutch plate. Now that's going to make a big difference because the old clutch was either stop or go. The new clutch plate will be extremely smooth in operation, so I'm looking forward to driving her. Now, she's been a total body off restoration, and if you remember, we used our Lato sand and water blaster to remove all the paint from the chassis and from the wheels and from the various body parts. The chassis was painted completely. The new panels were fitted. The body here had a bit of panel beating. I gave it a bit of a tidy up, and I've sprayed it in a non-standard Chev colour scheme, I might say. In fact, it's a colour scheme of Rolls Royces of around about that age and era, but it looks very attractive. And she'll have a soft top type station wagon body fitted in the next couple of weeks, and we'll show you the progress of the wooden body going on as we go through. Now, remarkably, Tilly was very original, and virtually all of the original parts, apart from the ones I've mentioned, have been able to be used, either updated with bearings put in them, with sleeves and whatever put in them to bring them up to the various new tolerance sizes. The kingpins were in very good condition, the brakes have been totally renewed, and all in all it's been an extremely pleasant and enjoyable process. It's taken a while, but this is the sort of job you should savour and not rush so that you can enjoy every minute of it. And really, it's been very easy to do. And it's within the scope of anybody who likes old cars or who would like a home project to do a job such as this. You can get hold of a restoration project such as this for anything from $500 to about $2,000, and at the end of a couple of years of very pleasant spare time work, you can end up with an absolutely superb motor car and a true representative and relic of an era that's long gone. Now, Tilly is 66 years old this year. When she goes back on the road in the next week or so, she will be to absolutely new specifications. Great fun. We'll be back right after this break. Isn't that beautiful? I get it? Rolling. Stop. Take it back up. Put this on the end of the hinge. You read it rolling? You pull back.
Hang on.
Right.
Righto.
Just look,
Yeah, don't look at me. Okay. Right, stop there. Stop there. Yeah, watch your shadow build. Okay. Go.
change your angle first.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now pick up.
You good?
Go. Okay, Mark.
Ready?
Hang on. Okay. And back the other way.
Right.
Send it back. Just stay out of shot, Mark, there. Yeah, right there.
Back out. Alright.
Now the next segment we do, I need to make a list and credit everybody who's contributed to the project.
Yeah.
Of course, we got the chrome done for nothing, we got the guards done.
I think it's there.
That one's, yeah. Well done, there's one after